Welcome, welcome, guys. Thank you for coming to the Empress Janet show. I
Good
have
evening, Empress.
lovely, lovely friend here with me today. Hobby, thank you for coming. I have
You're
my
welcome.
co-host with me, Shadow.
Hi, how
Hello,
Welcome,
are you
Shadow.
Shadow.
doing?
Shadow. I'm doing great. I'm fine. Thank you for
That's good.
asking.
Shadow.
Hi, how
Hello,
are you
Shadow.
doing?
I appreciate you guys. I just want to start off by saying that, thank you for coming, Hobby. I appreciate you and everything you do. So this stream is about you. And I
Oh,
want you to know that every time I go over to your side of the water, I enjoy myself. So I brought you to this side of the waters and welcome, welcome.
thank you. Thank you for having me as well.
I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, Hobby. I
Okay.
grew up in the foster system. I didn't have a mother. I kind of put it upon myself to be a good mother of four children. I married their father. He's passed now. So
Mm,
um, I did receive a master's degree in organizational leadership. So
okay.
promotional speaking, entrepreneuring, and all the marketing stuff I love to do. And my goal is to kind of gather people together and hear their voices and find out like what they need in life to kind of get through what's going on in these difficult times. And some nights were really hard in America. And when I came over, you shared kindness and love with me. And you would ask me, like, why didn't I go to bed at night? And it was just kind of being with you guys, fellowshipping, allowing me to be myself, um, kept me going in America through the things that I encountered since I've met you. And so I appreciate you and our friendship. Emperor Shadow is a really good friend on YouTube. I've known him for 3, 4 months, and we've been through some things. And I would tell you, Hobby, that today, as I share your channel with everyone and I, promote you as we move further in our relationship, I would love you to kind of tell me like who you are and what you're about, if you don't mind.
Sure, 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 sure. Um, where to start? So yes, my channel name is Habi Simbisda, but that's not my real name actually. But I grew up in the Philippines, specifically in the middle part of the Philippines. That's in the Visayas region. So currently, I am now in Qatar, working here in Qatar, but will be leaving in a couple of days as well in Qatar due to some company reasons as well. Anyway, so I'm already married with two sons. So we had two boys, and they're back in the Philippines. So I started my YT journey when last year. So I will be turning one this coming August. My YT channel will be turning one this coming August.
Awesome.
So yeah, um, it's just my plans of having my YT is not really for me. I'm encouraging one of my friend because I know that he is the one who is the hobbyist,
Mm.
but he is not that serious with the YouTube world with having a channel in YT. That's why I I decided to go for it. So that's why I use this. I have this channel with me. So, but originally the first name of my channel is not the Hobby Isdak, but it's actually my second son's name. But since people
Oh,
are having the hard time of pronouncing the name, that's why I changed it to Hobby Isdak. And just to say as well that all of my content in my channel is purely the hobbies that I learned, like for example, having some pets, fish pets, aquariums. I love to have. Even before when I was a kid, I have fond of having a fish pet. I have ponds, I have aquariums as well. So that's one of my hobbies. And then bicycle riding, swimming, planting. Those are the things that I want to 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 show to my channel, and some other stuffs that I like some views that currently I had. Those things that fascinates me. That's what I put in my channel. So that's hobbies that.
That I appreciate that. Could you tell me when you first got started with YouTube?
With YouTube. Officially, that's next month, August 9. That's August 9. So I'll be turning one this on August
Okay.
9. Yeah.
Has it
But
been a long journey? Has it been
that's the
exciting?
start, that's the start of having my content on the channel. But before, I already had this that channel as a supporter. Yeah, just going to some of those channel that I would love to follow, and then commenting on all these things that I never had a thought of putting some video on that channel that I had created. So, but officially, that's when I started to have my channel with content already.
Awesome. When did you start doing your lives?
My live, yes, that's it. My live. Actually, it's not my plan of doing a live streaming actually, because I am a shy type of a person. I'm not used to talking to people, especially to anybody, to strangers, something like that. But these great friends of mine, like Mark Fitness Blog UK and Dede City Nagpira, they are those person who encourages me to speak up, to have my live streaming as on my own as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why.
So me coming over there helping out, huh?
Yeah,
Just wild, crazy, and free over there. You're like, where did she come from, huh?
and that's also what I did. I do to new YouTubers, to new live streamers as well. So
Mm.
if I if I found them that they are also a bit shy of speaking in front of the camera, uh, meeting friends or meeting some viewers, that's I came in and encouraging them as well that they can do it. It's just the start that they have to face. So because that's what I experienced as well before. I get nervous. I am so shy of talking to people.
You do very well, though, and you promote very well. May I
Oh, thank you so
ask?
much.
You're welcome. May I ask what created that on your show? Because you bring in a lot of people, you give us the sleeve, and you allow us to promote ourselves. And blessings and thank you for that as well, because the connections have been amazing. But what made you drive to do that, Holly?
Yep. I think that's also one of the culture of the Filipinos, because we have this bayanihan culture that we have, that we love to help people. We have to help, especially uh, the neighbors that we have or those friends that we have. So we kind of adapt that one. That if we see people with especially small YouTube, their subscriptions are are low yet, then we want to help them. We want to help them promote their channels as well. So seeing them grow, seeing them reach the requirements that YouTube has set,
Mhm.
and that's also put a joy in our heart as well. That because their accomplishment is also been our accomplishment as well, because we were able to help them reach uh, not their goals as a big timer, but at least they were able to reach the requirements that YouTube has set for every every YouTubers.
Okay. Are they the same for you guys? Like monetizing 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours? Is that the same for you guys?
Yeah, the same thing. The
Okay.
same thing. I think it goes the same thing with everyone. So to reach 1K subscribers and 4K WH, so that's it. So that's how we help them. So,
Awesome.
big shout out to my teammates as well. We have Gen V Strip here.
Definitely. Shout outs to everybody in the chat room. Thank you for coming. Again, like and subscribe to Hobby's channel. I'm actually going to, it's scrolling at the bottom, guys, but I'm going to take it and pin it at the top. I have a GoFundMe up at the top if you guys would like to help the children get book bags and stuff for back to school. That would be very nice. It's a GoFundMe. And again, guys, thanks for coming. And so, I'm just kind of showing some of your videos in the background. I always like, showing, people's work and what they do. Could you kind of explain this one here? What's going on here?
That's a waterfall art. So we have that. I found it one of the mall here in Qatar, and they have this art display, the waterfall art display. So it fascinates me because it's not common to every place that we can see. So uh, it just amazes me, and seeing those things, the how the the arts that has been drawn using the water effect,
Mm.
something like that.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely like the video that you showed us here with these. If before I play this, would you like to explain this to us? This was amazing.
The
Hello.
introduction,
Mhm.
the
Anuki
introduction.
and Nookie, is that how you say it?
Come again.
Anuki and
Anuki. The Anuki.
Anuki and Noki.
Anuki. Actually, it is. I'm not sure as if it is a European show, but they are traveling across the globe, promoting environmental awareness. So that's Anuki. So it's about climate change, something like that. So
Wow. Do
actually,
you mind if I show it? Go ahead.
sure. It's a 12-minute video. But actually, that video was taken, I think, last January. But I just did an edited it one and uploaded just this month because I kind of lost the videos that I have,
I
and then I
understand.
found.
It's always good to pull something from the past and let
Yeah,
people see
yeah,
it because then you're kind of reintroducing something that was important. I
yeah,
believe it's important. We're having, climate changing, volcanoes are erupting, earthquakes are occurring. So there are some things going on that if we're not paying attention, that could affect us.
yeah. True.
Hello. We are here at Education City in Doha, Qatar, and we will be watching Nuki. So that is the building in where Nuki will be held, where the display. So later on we will go there, and it's a good timing because it's almost starting in less than 11 minutes. Ano? Nuki show will decide. Show.
Apologies, technical difficulties. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
I mean, if you can see at the back, that's Anuki.
It wants to act funny, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's acting funny when I put it on the bigger screen. There we go. Can we see it, guys?
Show is about to start.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can see it.
Thank you, sir. Watch how amazing this is. Wouldn't this be cool if we could have this? Cool.
So guys, it's the desert yan. No? Because the ice has melted, so that's what happened.
I love it.
This is really nice. I like it.
I like how it showed all the elements. Hey.
Already asked the organizer. Well, that was amazing.
That was awesome.
Thank you, Empress.
Good content.
That's their show. I just filmed it.
That's what we're talking about. It takes a good photographer. So
Exactly.
you could be anything you want to be. You don't need a degree to be, with the universe and what it needs you to show, because I felt like I was there.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from me. I never would have thought in a million years that was going down around the world. So that was a blessing that you shared that, because now people are educated about things like that. We don't see things like that. That was like Broadway.
Yeah, yeah. And the good thing about that show is they are promoting it across the globe. So I think right now they are in Asia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We get big balloons. Like we had this rubber ducky come into
Mm.
the rivers, and everybody was ecstatic about that because it
Actually,
floated through the river.
after that movie show, there's also some big like a balloon images of both Anoki and Noki, showing them their ways in some of the scenes of the movie. So that's part of the show. I mean of the show that they are catering as well. That you can step within, walking, experiencing with Anoki, the
Hmm.
trails that they had been through on their journey. Yes.
Well, shout out to Noki and Noki because that was a cool journey.
And
I
the
saw all the elements, water, fire, wind, and earth. And, I understood. I feel like it was a moment that was teaching the children, which was amazing because that's was some high tech, thinking.
yeah.
And to have to think that in depth at a young age, that's brilliant that people are doing that to the young generation. Your mind is very important when it's young to build confidence and understanding and knowledge and gain everything that you can, learn anything you can. So, karaoke is your favorite over there.
Yeah, actually, yes. Most of the Filipinos during our spare times, we love to sing. We love to sing. Yeah.
Definitely. I love everybody over there. The brothers, Brenda, Gail,
Yeah.
Talia, Mark. Let me see. The B guy, the be cool. Yeah, I try to remember everyone's name, but I love the fact that they're all singing happy and joyous. And I'm glad that you said that's something that you guys do. Is it something you use to just kind of meditate and get through the days and nights? Because what time is it for you right now, Hobby?
Right now, it's 11 p.m.
Awesome. So it's 4:03 p.m. here. So I would say, like, whenever you stream, you're streaming in the morning.
In the morning. Yes, here in Qatar, it's 8 a.m. here in Qatar, and that's 1 p.m. in the Philippines.
Okay. Well, that is amazing that you get up and wake everyone up
So yeah,
with
we
good
we give
sounds.
very out with the loudness of our voice. That's why sometimes in my live streaming uh, I let my panelists to sing as well, because I have, especially if it's a day off or there's no work on that day, I have a roommate, or I mean, not on the room, so but I mean, flatmate in the other room who can hear me if I am singing that loud as well. So that's why not every day I get a chance of singing. Yes,
Got you.
yeah.
It's always something because I don't have anybody but the dogs. So when I'm singing off cue, the dogs are in there howling too. So
That's good. At least they are singing.
well, I do love to sing with you. I did drop my link. So I do have a guest, and he is actually
We
from
do.
Israel. Welcome,
Oh, hello,
welcome.
hello,
Hello.
Vic, with
I'm your neighbor, buddy.
here in Israel. Yeah, that's right. Yes, just near. Yeah, near.
You also have the same timeline that I do. It's now 11 and
Yeah,
5 minutes.
Yes, 11 and 5 minutes. Yes, same timing.
Yeah. You sound French. You know,
Come
I
again?
must say.
He said you
I
sound
said you
French.
sound like somebody from France.
From France. Okay. No, I'm from the Philippines.
Yeah. Philippines, huh? So what you doing in
Yes.
Qatar?
I work here in Qatar. Yes, for 8 years already.
Interesting. How is it? How the natives treat you?
Here, everything is fine. People are treating me well as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone speak the same language, or is there different languages or a language barrier, Hobby?
Because there are lots of
Yeah.
nationality here in Qatar.
Mm.
So, but we do speak one common language, that is English.
Mm.
We speak,
Oh,
Eng-
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, that I mean that makes it universal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Kinda. Because Arabic
But
here
the
is not
first
that.
language is still Arabic, no?
Yes, the first language is still Arabic here, but since even the Arabic people there, the native here as well, speaking to us in English, not in Arabic. So that's
Okay.
why
Well, if it's
we learn less with Arabic.
Okay. How many
well, if
languages
you
do
are,
you know,
if you know,
Hobby?
How many language?
yeah, how
May I
many?
ask?
In the Philippines, there are lots of language in the Philippines, but I
Mm.
speak a Visayan dialect.
They speak
I have
Spanish in the Philippines, no?
yeah broken Spanish. There we have that broken Spanish as well.
Well,
I
so would you
speak
say like five
Tagalog.
or six
Yeah,
different languages?
uno, dos, tres. That's Spanish. Como esta? Something like
Mhm.
that. But I'm not fluent in Spanish. But sometimes we could understand as to what they are, what when they are speaking. But as speaking to Spanish, that's difficult for us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can you
So
tell me what MLSO means?
MLSO, that's mega loud shout out.
Mega loud shout out. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
I was over at Chef Dom's yesterday. He was amazingly, promoting me. And they kept saying MLSO, Empress Janet. And I was just like, I'm going with it. And I typed it. There was another one too. It starts with a TAMEAK. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. And I see that one a lot too for the greeting. Maybe you could type in the chat for me, Hobby, how
What's
to greet when I come to your chat rooms. Because I like that you guys speak a different language and that, anytime you speak your language, I totally just sit back and listen. But what would you say in the Philippines or in your language? Welcome everyone, because I always say hola, and that is Spanish
mabuhay?
for
You
hello.
can always say mabuhay.
Mabuhay,
Yes, mabuhay. That's
mabuhay.
in English.
Mabuhay.
That's long live.
Nice.
Yes, but just it's also welcoming to everyone.
Okay, mabuhay, mabuhay. How would I spell
Ah,
that, darling?
your
M
first
A B
language.
U H A Y
I'm sorry. Give it to me one more time. MU.
in the chat box.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yes. MA.
Thank you, Alexa. Alexa Pinoy is in the house. Mega love
Woo!
shout out, Alexa Pinoy.
Thank you guys. Thank you for coming to America. I brought Hobby to America and I'm honored. I love him dearly. He's my friend in the Philippines. He helps me get my subscribers because he invited me to his community. He loves me
Thank you.
dearly and I love him too. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank you.
real friendship. I
You're
want you
welcome.
guys to like and subscribe to his channel. It is running on the banner below and it's also pinned in my chat room. Well, Hobby, I didn't want to hold you long, darling.
Sure.
Um, But I did want to know, do you want to karaoke with me or for me?
Now,
What?
What's the difference?
Of course now, darling. You
sir,
know I want a song in your language, right?
I am not in my room right now. Actually,
Well, if I can't get the song in your language, can I get I would say a last shout out. So I just kind of want you to, sum up the show. Thank V for coming because V is from Israel and he is from Slim's show. So we love you, darling. We love you. I love you so much, sister.
Thank you.
Blessings, blessings. Thank you for everyone
Yeah,
coming. Shadow. Yes, dear.
I have a
No
question for the
problem.
guy from Qatar. I forgot his
okay.
name. Say, what is the name of your language, the first of your native language in the Philippines?
We have the national language, and we have as well my commonplace language. So, but I speak the Cebuano dialect or the Visayan dialect. But our national
So
language is Tagalog.
Cebuano is the Tagalog?
Yes.
Okay, it's from what, if I may ask, from what this language evolved?
Come again.
The language from what bigger from what it evolved. It's have it connected to other language like for example it's connected to
Cebuano,
other
yes.
languages
Cebuano is
in the Far East,
because
or
because Philippines because Philippines were colonized for 100 years by the Spaniards colonies. That's why some of our words are taken from the Spanish. So, like for example, "Kumusta" in our dialect, it's "Como esta" in Spanish.
Mm.
Something so almost there are
okay,
similarities,
so
but not
you
all. So that's how our dialect was
okay, so
connected as
your
well
language
from
is a mix of
the
Spanish and something older.
yes, yes,
Yes.
and there are also some
Okay,
dialect, like for
interesting.
example,
Thank you for
because
the
we have
wonderful
lots.
knowledge.
Yeah, we in the Philippines there are lots of ethnicity as well, so there are different. I think almost 100 dialects that
A
we
lot of
have.
what?
So
Mm-hmm. Because
yes,
you guys speak it all on your panel in your chat room. And that's why I asked you that question of how many languages do you know, Hobby? Because I watch you speak to
yeah,
people from Hong Kong, Japanese, uh, where Dubai, they're everywhere and you guys are all just connecting and it's so
that's why we have
amazing.
this national language in the Philippines. That's so that
Sure.
whenever we go to
You can
a
speak with
different
Chinese.
region, yeah, come again.
You can speak with Chinese in their you can speak Mandarin with the Chinese, or you speak with
No, but there are Filipinos who can speak Mandarin or Chinese as well, and Japanese and something
okay.
like that.
Right.
But with
Konnichiwa.
konnichiwa,
That's
I
what
yeah.
once been in China.
Brenda taught me. Shout out to Brenda Crave.
And we have French as well. Like for me, it's sibuku.
Mm,
She
well,
was no.
ooh.
I once dated a Chinese girl, so and she was pissed. The Japanese
Chinese,
more
yeah.
so
Oh, okay. I would like to date
what?
outside my nationality, so I'm not afraid of a person who may speak a different language either. So,
Okay, but you
woohoo!
need to know how to speak a common language in order just to work.
Well, hey, you never know. I'm telling you, you never know. I have hope for anything, darling. Anything. It's all up in the air. If I got to learn it and put it on my
Okay.
iPhone. Cuz like we didn't I learned French
Actually,
go ahead.
actually, there are lots of non-Filipinos as well who already stayed in the Philippines. So is who is now are very fluent with with our dialect. You can name some of them are fluent in Tagalog, some of them are fluent in Bisaya, some of them in Waray or something, or some in Chabacano or something like that. So and we have as I have also a member. He is an Romanian. He's a Romanian, but he can sing some of our ethnicity dialect in Bisaya, in Tagalog, in Chabacano, in Waray, in Ilonggo. So he can speak something, some of those dialect as well. So
You say Romanian, huh? He's from Romania, you mean?
yeah,
So
yes,
what
he's
he's
from.
doing all the way to for what he's doing in the Philippines?
Actually, he married a Filipina.
Oh, okay.
He married a Filipina. That's why he wants to learn as well. And the good thing about it as well, because there are some dialects that we have in the Philippines that is dying. When we say dying, so it is not used or practiced already. So on his own little way, that's how he wanted to raise awareness at the same time, help as well other people to understand that
To raise
uh,
awareness about
the
what?
Filipinos have this dialect. Come again?
You said raise awareness. What he wants to raise awareness
Yeah,
about
because
exactly?
there are some dialects in the Philippines that is slowly fading or dying.
Mm,
So
Ah, the
that's
dialects, okay.
one of his way. Yeah, one of his way to raise awareness to everyone, especially to Filipinos, that we have this dialect still, that we can still uh, or the, how can we put it, that we can still save it so that in the coming generation it will not
mhm.
be lost. It can still be used. Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing for your children
preserve
then?
it.
Are
I
you
have a
teaching
question. I
them?
have another question, if I may ask.
Well, well, may I ask him first? Thank you, love. So, Hobby, are you teaching your
Yeah,
children
go ahead.
that
It's your
dialect?
channel.
No worries. Are you teaching them that dialect that you're talking about, the one that's, missing or it's going to be lost? Are you still trying to
It
teach that to the
it
to
would
your
be
children?
it would be difficult for me to teach them if
Okay.
I myself don't know it. But um, for me, it's just for them to know that this dialect is still existing. That we have this dialect that that they could uh, try to learn if they wanted to as well.
Go ahead, V. What were you going to ask him, love?
Okay. What I wanted to ask, maybe it's a big question, but still, the people in the Philippines that are speaking different languages, they feel all as one country, as one Filipino people, or they see themselves like the USA, different peoples or different nationalities, that stuff.
It's a kind of it's a kind of a different nationality, but we are just living in the same country. So it just maybe ethnicity, like for example different group of people. We have this Tausug ethnicity, we have this Aitas ethnicity, we have this Igorot ethnicity, something like that. So that's why we varies as well with the
Okay,
how we
and
speak.
if I may ask, what is the okay? In terms of size in numbers, what is their size in the population? They are 10, 20%, or they are just even less than a percent in terms of minorities.
Mm. I'm not that quite sure as to like, population. You mean population in the Philippines as to how many, or as to the type of ethnicity that we
Yeah,
have?
what I'm trying to ask, what
Mm.
I asked is those minorities, how many in terms of percentage they are? They are 5%, 20%?
Of what?
Just wondering.
People speaking in this
Our
kind of
full
language, something
population.
like that.
Let's first say
The population of people there?
what I'm trying to ask.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, I'm not interested about the number of the population in total. What I'm trying to ask the minorities. How many percent are in the population are minorities? Are there 20% minorities,
Where
10%,
they're biracial.
5%, 50%? Yeah, just wondering if it's a multicultural state or just a ethno state with small minorities.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the minority group, something like that, right? So actually, I googled it.
Yeah.
there there are Cebuano, Tagalog, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, Central Bicolano, something like that, and in my dialect alone, I am just amazed because there are 20.16 million on that group speaking Cebuano.
Wow.
And so there are lots of people. There are lots of my dialects speaking in the Philippines,
Good.
and seconded by Tagalog, which is 13.93 million, and then the Ilocanos, and then the Hiligaynos, Bicolanos, the Warais, Kapangpangans. So
Mm.
we're talking about here millions of those groups of people speaking, and that's we can consider a minority groups.
Wow, that's
Your
amazing.
country has 100 million people, so a few
Yes,
millions is nothing. In your
we have lots.
how you have enough people, enough place for all the people you have?
Come again, enough for.
I said I asked rhetorically how you have more than 100 million people in your country. How do you have a space for all of them? Your country is not so big.
Hmm. But
Yeah, it's not like
Okay,
the USA
so
that you have
science class
giant
is
domains
over.
or like
We're
Russia.
gonna stop asking,
it, it's
Bobby, I love you, darling. I got you,
no,
boo.
no. I'm having fun as
Yeah.
Shadow,
usual.
I know.
Sorry
I
that I
love them.
asked you
Thank
this
you, V,
question.
for
Just
yeah, we're done
curious.
with the questions, V. We're
Sorry.
done. Yeah, we're done. So, Shadow, darling, are you still
Okay.
there?
I've been here all show.
Shadow is always there. When there's light, there's
Nobody's
shadow.
asked me any questions.
Well, here we go. You are in the spotlight. I do want to change our seats if you don't mind. We're going to move Javi up there with you. Me and V are going to sit back and listen. And would you like to ask Javi any questions?
My name is not V.
Yes.
Well, I like your V. Shh, please. Go ahead, Emperor.
Hobby, do you like any sports?
Yes, yes. Actually, I'm when I was in Saudi, I played tennis, lawn tennis, and
Oh,
but
wow.
my sports really is because I'm an aquatic person. I love to swimming.
Nice,
That's real
tennis.
healthy for you. It keeps you in
Yeah,
shape. It keeps you young, gives you stamina, you know.
And
Is there any
speaking of
kind of,
shape,
yeah, go ahead.
Mark, shout out to Mark Fitness. He's in
big
the
up shout out,
house.
bro, Mark.
How you doing, Mark Fitness?
That's his best friend up there. So go, best
Oh, yeah.
friend. Yeah, that's Javi's best friend. I like Mark. Mark's always working out in his videos, sir. And
That's good.
we make jokes about him. I'm like, Mark, are you ever stop working out? Like, always just working out. But shout
Most
out to
definitely.
Mark because he does
Shout
look
out.
amazing and he
Empress,
makes good content.
I think I know where you will visit if he will come to the USA. Will probably, if he loves tennis, he will visit Tennessee. Get it?
Tennessee,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. That's great. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
people there are great in tennis. No, Tennessee.
So go ahead, Emperor. Would you
They're
like to
playing
ask
tennis
him
at the
another
same time
question?
near the sea, right? You can swim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what is your favorite foods to eat?
Uh, Food, seafoods,
Seafood. Same
shrimps.
here.
Yeah, yeah, seafoods, squids. That's what
Nice.
uh,
Nice. Well, I like this
Nice.
guy already, Janet. Hobby's a cool guy, and I appreciate him for coming on your show. And um, it's been an awesome experience.
thank you, Emperor.
So I'm looking through your videos here because we're going to do another little promotion and then we're going to get out of here. Matter of fact, V, we're going to bring you in here. Oh, he said his name is not V. I just like calling you V. V, would you like to ask Hobby any last questions? He eats snake, Mark. Good to know.
Uh,
Oh, the snakes tastes chicken. Tastes
He
like
likes
chicken.
chicken, Mark.
oh, it looks like a nice page you have there. Well, I don't have nothing. I don't have something special to ask. Um, Maybe I could
Well,
say
we
good night.
enjoyed meeting him, didn't you? You want to tell him where you're from and like a
Yeah.
little bit about yourself, darling? Oh, when it's time to
Me?
ask you the questions, yeah.
You
It's time to
you
ask
already
you the
told where
question.
I'm from. I'm from Israel.
Shout outs to Israel. I love you guys. So
Yeah,
like
we
and
have the same
subscribe,
timeline.
make connections. He does leave notifications. I do need to rejoin Hobby. My card, I had to cut my old card because somebody tried it, but they weren't slick enough. So whenever I
No
add it
worries.
again, I'll be
No
honored
worries.
to
No
join
worries.
your membership, darling. I join memberships when I definitely believe in your page. I definitely believe in you. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate you coming today, love. I'll come up here and sit with you because I don't really have any last words, but I will tell you that I always drop the mic whenever we leave. So we do say some last words. So if you want to shout out any channels, any people, Hobby, if you want to just whatever you say, we'll end it with you, darling.
Mm, what should I say? But I
Well,
just want to say,
Mark,
yeah,
you eat snake. How about that?
yeah,
Whatever you want to say. You know, I'm always like walk in hope, walk in love. Thank everyone for coming. Whatever
Say
you want to
it.
say, darling.
yeah. I
Just
just
say
want
it
to
and it
say
will be
thank you,
yours.
Empress, for giving me this opportunity of meeting as well your community, the not just the US of a community, but we have as well here Vigude from Israel. Thank you so much. Heavenly Bosses podcast, thank you. And thank you as well for bringing us to USA. So together with my friends, here we have Alexa, we have Mark with this plug UK, and as well with Jen Strip and Lady M who went to visit this live streaming. So thank you guys. So maybe what I could just leave for us to ponder is maybe is this thing. Let's be considerate to everyone that we meet. So when we say consider is consider their welfare as well. Consider them as a like uh, treat them as higher compared to yourself. That's how we consider. So and uh, and I believe for sure if we consider them as well, we are not just helping ourselves but also helping them growing their channel.
Yes. And I appreciate you and I appreciate your community. I appreciate everything that you do and shout outs to the Philippines and
Yeah.
shout outs around the world. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in the chat. Thank you
Yeah,
for
and guys as well,
channel.
please don't forget to subscribe this legit friend of mine. We have Alexa Pinoy and Mark Fitness Plug UK as well. Yeah, they can help you as well in growing your channel. and they're also a great friend. A great friend.
Well, I always bring them over, So again, me and Shadow will have to take a ride whenever you go live, just so he can see how we get down over on your side of the water. So
I
And
would like
please,
that.
yeah, that would be fun. That would be great as well if for you coming in to our live streaming, and just let us know if especially if you are in our live and we're talking in our dialect, especially we're talking. If you don't understand, you can always ask us question, and we are we've we can translate it for you,
look
especially if
at
I
my
disagree with
face,
translator.
darling. I love when you speak your language. Don't you worry. You're fine with me, love bug. I say love and hope and
Don't
peace,
worry,
guys.
don't
Shout
worry,
outs
be
around the
happy.
world. Yes, don't worry, be happy. I thank you for coming, Hobby. I thank everyone in the chat for coming. Thanks for the panel, guys. And Emperor Shadow, thank you for always having my back. Thank you for the
Thank
respect that you give
you.
me.
No problem.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. You guys were gentlemen today. Thank you for allowing me to get to know you, Hobby. I have mad respect for you, darling. I always enjoy you. Thank you for allowing me to be myself with you. Some people don't know how to take me in America, and I'm okay with that. But you see who I really am, and I appreciate that. And so I'll leave you guys with this. No matter what you do, self brand, self love, self hope, self worth. And again, you're allowed to be yourself and make mistakes. But if you're falling down and you're not reaching up to good hands and good people, be careful what you wish for because it just might happen. You shouldn't be negative. You shouldn't be nasty. You should walk in hope and wisdom and love and peace